Up next, actually, we have some more emerging leaders. We are going to be announcing the 2017 award winners from the STAT Wunderkind program. Does everyone know what STAT is? Yes? Good. Fantastic publication covering digital health and life sciences. So roll the video, please.
There's a lot of stuff about our human body we don't understand at all.
What we found is that oxytocin can change the way the signal of a baby crying is read.
As an engineer, we think about different things.
We use engineering tools to create macroscale human liver outside of human body.
We sent a sample of human heart cells to the International Space Station to study the effect of microgravity, low gravity on the human heart.
I truly believe that what I do has the ability to reach people, and as cliche as it sounds, start to make the world a better place.
I'm Arun Sharma.
I'm Xue Liang.
I'm Jiang He.
I'm Mike Mitchell.
I'm Bianca Jones-Marlin, and I'm a STAT Wunderkind.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Rick Berke. I'm the editor of STAT. Thank you for coming and celebrating with us this exciting moment for us to announce our Wunderkinds, our first crop in our history here. We scoured the country and got entrants from almost 300 superstars, doctors, researchers, the future of medicine, and we picked 26, and many of them are here today. Before I go further, I just want to tell you a little more about STAT. We were formed 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in November, and it was the inspiration of John Henry, who you all know as owner of the Boston Globe, Boston Red Sox, and he said, Boston is the epicenter of science and medicine, and we need to form an independent news organization that covers this world. And not only in Boston, but nationwide, worldwide. And we're a sister publication to the Globe. We share content with the Globe, but we try to go beyond the region to tell the stories in science, medicine, and health. And the whole point of this was we're right here in the epicenter of science and health here, but it's a bigger story than just in Boston. Our mission statement was to introduce readers to the personalities who are driving a revolution in human health. And that's why the idea of these Wunderkinds came about. We realized it's not hard, it's not easy being a researcher, being in these labs, working night and day, not getting much recognition, and we set out to change all that. So we identified, as I said, 26 Wunderkinds. Many of them came here today from Canada, Germany, San Diego, Kendall Square, from all over the place. And if you could all stand up and we could give a round of applause to all of you. This is the future of science. This could not be a more important collection here. And what's been most inspiring to me is we had a get-together with the Wunderkinds earlier, and most of them didn't know each other, and they shared information about everything from CRISPR to the next public health initiative to how we can tackle sickle cell. And it's really, as I said, inspiring to meet all these really smart superstars and hear what they're doing to benefit all of us. And I also want to say, with this announcement, you can look on our site right now and see live go to statnews.com, or wait till we're done and go to statnews.com, and you can see our whole multimedia presentation that has snapshots of all these great young scientists, and also 5 great videos of some of them. The other thing I just wanted to mention is what was particularly exciting to hear the stories. You'll see these when you read on our site, when you read about their backgrounds, to see how these people got into science. And there's one example of a 6-year-old who saw a neighbor discard an old science book that was dated, an old dated science book. And she saw that and started reading it and thought, I'm going to go into science. Another Wunderkind here today, his wife was dealing with melanoma, and he decided, I'm going to find an answer. I'm gonna see how we can attack melanoma because of his own personal story. And finally, one of our Wunderkinds grew up in a rural village in China, and he was bitten by a poisonous spider. And you can see the video on this guy. It's a great video. Bitten by a poisonous spider. His mother didn't know what to do because they didn't have the usual medical support in this village. And so she lit him on fire, lit a fire to try to get rid of the this poison. And he thought there's got to be a better way. So he went into science. So I want to also thank all my colleagues at STAT for pouring so much effort and energy and passion into picking this select group over the past few months. And I also want to encourage all of you who haven't heard of or seen STAT to look at our site. Beyond the Wunderkinds, we really are ambitious in our coverage of science and medicine, and we have a bunch of free newsletters and very engaging content and multimedia, and I really hope you'll take a look. We find that we run into people either love STAT or they've never heard of STAT, and we're amazed. We've been at this for 2 years, and we think, don't people know we exist? So I'm telling you, take a look, and I hope you'll like what you read and see. Finally, I also want to say, while you're here at HUBweek, we have, and I don't know if you've seen the shipping containers, but we have a 360 virtual reality presentation that's really cool. Again, we've spent months on this, and you can see 3 things. You can see a surgical unit at Boston Children's Hospital, a dental student at Tufts you can follow, and an Ebola researcher. It's like, 360, it's like you're there. And you just got to worry about not getting too dizzy when you're looking at this. And I do worry, Jeff, who's our multimedia guru, I worry about the dental student. When I saw this person working on cavities, it made me feel like I was in the dental chair. It was so real. So anyway, one more round of congratulations to our Wunderkinds, please. And I want to thank our generous sponsor, Vertex, who has been a pleasure to deal with. And Sangeeta, are you around? Oh, there you are. Come on up. Thank you, Vertex. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you.
Hi. Thank you all for being here. I'm thrilled to be part of today's announcement. We are at such an exciting time in science and medicine. I've been a bioengineer for 27 years, and in that time, I've seen some extraordinary advances. On the bio side, the birth and maturation of the biotech industry, the advent of genomic sequencing, the ability to silence products of the genome with RNA interference, and now even the ability to edit the genome. On the engineering side, it's been just as remarkable. We've seen computation speed up and integrated circuits miniaturized to the point that computation is now portable. We all have smartphones and wearable sensors, and now we have even the ability to shrink these things down further with nanotechnology. So in recent years, we've even seen a convergence of the bio side and the engineering side, and the mixing of these different disciplines is poised to accelerate progress. Many of these breakthroughs are happening right here in Boston, and I believe it's because we have a vibrant innovation ecosystem. Some of the world's best universities, hospitals, companies, entrepreneurs, all within 10 to 15 miles of where we're sitting in this cool dome. The intellectual density of this environment is just incredible. When I was training here in Boston, I got to go from wearing a bunny suit in a microfabrication facility at MIT, to surgical scrubs at Harvard Medical School, to a lab coat in the patient-driven innovation labs at Mass General Hospital, sometimes in the course of a single day. I know many of you come from places where equally exciting things are happening. Your contributions, whether you're on the cutting edge of treatments like sickle cell disease, or cancer, or pandemic infections, or whether you're participating in new technologies like CRISPR and gene therapies, is really the lifeblood of the biomedical innovation ecosystem that we have here. Thank you for everything that you're doing that will change the lives of millions of people around the world. I am so excited for you and for what your future will bring us next. Congratulations.